Abusuara sema esi ni nyina ne se the current defense minister Dr. Omane Boama were free and the minister of science and technology Yura Mutala Mohammed and also Tamalis Osai Brashebejani Matamali Central. Now the abeto dance of Mampenny and make you quick appointment to be Nina appointment our making Nina Akroma Kesi at Forson, yes, Kesi at Forson Mampenny are appointing as what as a minister, acting minister of defense, yes, acting minister of defense, and I was appointed a year Amabua as well as a environment minister, acting environment minister. And to say no breaking news Abane say Mahama appointed Kesi to Forson as an acting defense minister and Honorable Kofi Amabua as acting environment minister. Who's semi panty sa dinner sino and you can't say yaraho, but I was a investigation. Now you at the crop here akoswa amasa painful we ashro munkwa chese odwena won tiashe play na kwa kodru oboase eduru ho awie within that enclave and yan tiase pa ni nyina ne se play no ye wadi be friend black box and no I was saying for share no homolocate our black box e be ma ye vivid evidence, like concrete evidence you see here the course the transpire between the control room and the pilot conversation being a course a DNC technical error and as a fault to be a DNC into Abushia ye more breaking update and I just say honorable Kesi to Forson ye shagan or 12 one or she sikasem so on Kesi to Forson and honorable Amabua Omampenny Mahama make it quick changes be and he said to Forson while pointing as a minister for a year acting minister for defense and acting minister for land Emmanuel Amabua. Now we and a betoja into no oko ope baby I'll be who source na yemfa hinta oko Accra FM Oko Accra FM unsabeka article ya me aposti a wohwe na je said yes no na as a mourning baby abefe Omane no and some related to a doctor and a yura mutala and one asema na continue kuti a feedback related to ensema a the sinyame ya enra the enra.
Let me quickly just get to that statement whilst we get the information. But essentially, what the statement is saying is that government has appointed in acting capacity Dr. Kesi to Forson to be acting as the defense minister. And also a while ago, the flags continue to fly at half-mast because it's a 3-day of national mourning and preparations are underway for the laying of the flowers as tribute to these 8 individuals who lost their lives in that tragic journey.
I see Kamala been going through the profiles of the men behind me as you see them on the screen. We know now that for the top 2 dignitaries, Dr. Omane Boama and Dr. Ibrahim Mutala, both of them their ministries have now been given oversight duties to the finance minister for defense, and the environment ministry will now be under the Emmanuel Amakofibua, the lands and natural resources minister. Again, additional responsibility for that. But while we wait to engage with Komla on this subject, Mauna, you covered this breaking news from when it came out.
Yeah.
When it came out, and it's been on the news since then. What else are we learning about how the situation has evolved so far?
Not much, because I say not much in terms of what the general mood of the country has been since the announcement, as we got that confirmation from the Chief of Staff, Julius Debra, yesterday. The grief has continued, and it continues to be one that is at the homes of all of these individuals who lost loved ones, amongst many other things. But just by way of that additional detail, which we've been confirming to you about, 2 new appointments as well made with respect to the portfolios that have now become vacant.
Absolutely.
Yes, the first person that we know, the Finance Minister, Dr. Kesi Forson, he is expected to take charge of the Defense Ministry. And Kemeni, it is a very important ministry. Yes, we know all of such ministries are important, but in terms of the security and well-being of the state, more often than not, that comes first hand in terms of all discussions for everyone. And so it is one thing that has dominated the conversations, and the president says the finance minister should do that for him. And then this man, and I'm sure a lot of us would have seen videos yesterday of his reaction when the Ashanti regional minister prompted him of his need to rush to the site of the incident and ascertain for himself what really had transpired. The shock on his face and the gasp with which he exclaimed upon hearing the news was very much evident. He, unfortunately, will have to be taking over the portfolio of one of his colleagues who, unfortunately as well, yesterday had to pass. That's the Lands and Natural Resources Minister, Kofi Boa. He now will take charge or have additional responsibility over the environment, science and technology community.
And Mawena, we know that today some caucuses in Parliament have been paying visits to the homes of Dr. Omane Boama and Dr. Ibrahim Mutala. We'll get into that in a tad. In the meantime, let's have a quick chat with Wing Commander Patrick Nelson Sogbojo, retired. He's a retired Air Force officer. Wing Commander, thank you so much for your time here. I can only imagine what may be going through your mind, what your feelings could be about this incident right now, but put those into words for us.
Good afternoon to you and your listeners. It's a sad moment. It's a sad moment. But in the life of a pilot.
Hello, Commander.
Yes, I can hear you.
Absolutely.
It's very sad. It's extremely very sad situation.
Indeed. So, Commander, what I have you to do in order for the conversation to be smooth is to turn down the volume on your television set so you listen to me in your handset.
Okay. All right, I hear
Wing Commander Sogbojo, retired, worked in the Ghana Air Force for years. He says it's a really sad moment. But when things of this nature happens, what goes on in the back room of the Air Force?
It's TV3. Hello?
Yes, Wing Commander. I'm asking.
Yes.
I'm asking, when things of this nature occur, what goes on in the back room of the Air Force?
Well, the normal procedure is fine. Airplanes fly and they fall down sometimes. Now, before they undertook this flight, and don't forget, they've been doing these VIP flights for the government since the Air Force got helicopters. Okay? Now, air takes off on assigned duty. And the pilots who were flying the airplanes are matured. Must have been flying this length for about 9 to 10 years. Now, things can happen en route. It could be mechanical or it can be weather. So they took off from Accra and are heading to Boise. They were almost there. When the helicopter gets into trouble, the impact of the helicopter, I believe, must have sent them into comatose situation. That maybe they may not even experience the fire or anything on that sort because the impact is big. And if automobiles, cars can crash head on and burst into flames, then even the aeroplane having more fuel, it's aviation kerosene which we use.
Very well. So Wing Commander, based on what you have told us now, seeing the impact of the aircraft, what are you able to glean as to how this may have happened?
Well, this is what I'm saying, that it could be a mechanical or weather, because they were en route. They were en route to their destination. Okay? And this
was not me per se enkofu bi ko hia no. Se omo plans so mbesisi adan bi ama eye asojafo.
Okay.
Enti a friend na me ne di nkomo no so o obepesa memra office na ye medi ho komo. And I'm here saying Kadaben, no, so we checking the itinerary. Now our friend na Muslim ya na or office. Anopa cop area na say or see if we echo. Now just say you could feel from his voice say he's readily available for me any day, anytime. What you say? So me team news no say baby ana me tie no na afi na aye me say as a nipa no or yeah prank, because how on earth say obet sorry anopa akra fie say me koye oman adwuma na me free Air Force ha akọbuase akọbua me ya lunch na afei Omane na ebusu anti asempa afei de yebodi at some point we never frewa or kamutala or simutaka afei de me say what's happening?
But originally
now
honorable muntaka na nanka esoko
only to also understand, say, the program was to have the president attend.
Yes.
And his ministers and for Ben no. Ubia we for Ben. Tie and somewhere Sebi in your numbi keka. I said there. She said a cow monko. Nanka enye Omane Boama mpo. Nanka enkosoro.
Nkofo ben.
Benya wan. Amamboyefo ya ni omotima imu MPP4. Say asema be fia nipa boa se sebiu ye beye arechichesem edi atu bedwam na obi ara achichi kakra no. Afei na eja adeboyefo a omo atikuo omo so toto aboba park so enti mesre se mo bi an so na modie mo mi nsu ye ho abia na enye agro se oman Ghana behwe nipa titiriu akesefo a sebi omu bie ni wa oman we enya ne so mfaso na o kan waka ne sen du bia na koye sebi afani afa ntokwa na
usiane na wahwe dwumadi na na subscribe my YouTube channel, like and share. Never comment so comment section. And now Rahusam esi Ghana na manfo ebebre ka se ready see na o say ye make sure say merano na say ye behwe nsem no eni kwasi sweep no under the carpet. I say ye hwehwe nsem a ekọ nim, because the see no it shouldn't has happened just like that, because we Ghana answer na plane be to say ekọ baby no efa process be bremu efa inspection be bremu answer na plane na yede etu answer na plate edi party enti plane and sorry into sɛ ɛtu ɛkɔ baabi daabi nneɛma bebree ɛna ɛde factor in ansa na plane na ɛde ɛtu nti deɛ ɛsiiɛ no ɔmo sɛ ɔmo kɔhwɛ black box. Yes, afraid bi black box. Sɛ ɔmo kɔhwɛ black box yi a ɛbɛma ɔmo hu adekorɔ pɔtee a ɛyɛ ɛkɔɔ so anaasɛ adekorɔ pɔtee a ɛsiiɛ ɛma plane no yɛ de ɛhwe wɔ no because black box no ɛyɛ recorder bi a wo nsa bɛka no wɔ plane mu ɛyɛ recorder bi a ɛwɔ plane mu. Yes, ɛyɛ recorder. Nti abusua nti mpanyinfoɔ ɛna no pɛn so bi do circulate mpanyinfoɔ ɛde ɛyɛ akwankyerɛ egu akwan ma ɔmo asa akɔpie mpatam hɔ a ɔmo kɔhwɛ adekorɔ pɔtee a ɛsiiɛ na ɔmo ayɛ den ɔmo ahyehyɛ anaasɛ ɔmo ahwehwɛ nsɛm no mu amaki sure sɛ adeɛ a ɛsiiɛ ɛwɔ hɔ nom ɛkɔfa ɔyɛ no wei nyinaa ɛbaeɛ no na kyerɛ sɛ ayɛ den ɔmo ayɛ den ɔmo resolve issue no because issue no ɛnyɛ normal saa because ade no atumi atu afiri akra hwee akɔ abɔ mmɔden akɔduru ɛyɛ mpɔtam hɔ deɛ a na ɛnu kwan sɛ ɛyɛ saa nsɛm wei no ɛba ne saa abusua yɛde wobɛhyia ase ne nsɛm no dɔɔso ayɛ daily update so ebia ɛne na ɔwɔhwɛ ya na ɔsubscribe ya my YouTube channel no like ne share na nsɛm no deɛ yɛ monitor baabi a ɔmo bɛkɔ akɔsi black box no so ɔmo kɔfa deɛ wom deɛ ɛsiiɛ control room hɔ ɛyɛ sɛdeɛ kan radar room hɔ no deɛ na ɛkɔɔ so ɛtɛn communication ɛkɔɔ so a ɛmaa saa ɔyɛ no wei hyia abusua still yɛ monitor nsɛm no ayɛ daily update so hyɛ dwumadie no like na fa comment so yɛ de ɛhyɛ ɔman yɛmma tiefoɔ so ɛnsensifo yɛbɛ report biribiara sɛdeɛ tie no na yɛdi nkɔmmɔ bi so sɛ ɛyɛ finance minister no ɔmampanyin so a appoint no sɛ ɛyɛ acting ɛde ama the ministry no stay tuned.